we can answer in 1 to 2 minutes per person, because I got a lot here. Where do you support the American for Fair Taxation bill, commonly known as the Fair Tax, the Federal Fair Tax Bill, sponsored by Georgia Congressman John Linder? Marvin Carlson, you're up.
I support the fair tax because it eliminates the compliance issues that surround either flat tax or the current income tax. So fair tax, I believe, is where we need to go. Where we need to go to make sure that we have the revenues to continue to operate the federal government, but we put more money back into the business pockets. That's where we need to go, to the fair tax.
I've always been a flat tax guy since the times of Steve Forbes. However, I've read a lot about the fair tax, and the current bill says that you have to repeal the 16th Amendment before you implement it. So if that happens, I'm all for it. But if you don't repeal the 16th Amendment, we're going to end up with what President Obama and Mark Schauer want of that. You're going to have a value-added tax on top of it, income tax, and that is unacceptable.
All right, thank you.
I was one of the original co-sponsors of the fair tax.
I didn't give you that. You guys were talking so much before you gave me enough time to pick the next one. All right, here we go. If the Republicans win the House and you win your election, so you win the primary, you win in the general election against Mark Schauer, what, as a member of the majority, would be your priority? What would you push as your priorities be members of the new majority? Marvin?
As all of us have indicated, we need to cut spending. So how do we achieve that? People go to Congress and get involved in the quid pro quo of earmarks and get involved in a continuing spiral of spending. I believe the only way we can achieve a real discipline in spending is a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution, and I would support that. That would be the first thing I would push for and try to motivate the rest of the congressional delegation to begin to implement. I think since Nick Smith here in this congressional district also had that intention in mind, and I believe that the country is ready for that. I believe that the only way we're going to establish the discipline that we need in terms of the continuing spiral of spending is have a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution to prevent the overspending that's going on now.
I think the first thing you need to do is have your shovel ready, dig 6 feet down, and put to bed and forever the cap and trade bill that we currently have out there. That needs to be forgotten about forever. The second thing is you need to make the Bush tax cuts permanent. We have no estate tax this year. Democrats are threatening to reinstate the estate tax, not just what it was 10 years ago, where it's 55% of your estate, but also to make it retroactive to January 2010. And that needs to be gone and gone forever, not just for people that like the Steinbreckers of the world, but for family farms. At the very least, I believe that we can get rid of the estate tax for family farms and then work forward from there. We also need to keep the capital gains tax not just low, but get rid of it as well. President Obama has said he wants to raise it to around 39%. Again, that's a job killer. The biggest thing you can do is to stop the Obama agenda and start implementing conservative ideas about how to move this country forward by making government smaller and respecting the 10th Amendment.
So the question is, what would your priorities be when you get in?
Jobs and economy. Jobs and economy. Jobs and economy. And that speaks to all of the issues. And I would say I do the same thing that I did when I was there, but hopefully in the majority. And that's sponsor or co-sponsor. A balanced budget amendment, which I did. The line item veto, which I did. A all-of-the-above energy plan, which I did. A patient-centered private sector approach to healthcare reform. All of the above will produce jobs, economy, and freedom for our citizens in the United States.
Thank you.